People will want to probably know what to do best. Our messaging is for those people who are in buildings who might be facing into Martin Place. Our messaging to those people is please stay in those buildings if you are still in those buildings, and police will advise you as we go along. But for everybody else in the surrounds, it is okay to leave, it is okay to go about your business, it is okay to go home as you normally would. We have a perimeter set up, and the perimeter is around Hunter Street, Pitt, King and Elizabeth. And that is our police perimeter. The public transport system is operating pretty much to normal. There are some delays in some of the bus networks, but aside from trains not stopping at Martin Place, the network is operating as it normally would. So again, I urge people that it's okay to leave the city, it's okay to go home as you normally would, and we will make sure that we continue getting this messaging out so that you can understand and feel as reassured as possible that we do have this situation in hand at the moment. Can I also stress that we have set up a safety site in Hyde Park. So if there is any person who is unsure of what to do or needs some information, they can go to this location and speak to officers and other people and obtain information. We have also set up a hotline from our Public Information Inquiry Centre, and that number is 1800 227 228. And anybody can ring that number and seek any information whatsoever that might help them into tonight, and depending on how long this situation goes. The important thing is that the resources of the police force are here. The resources of the police force are clearly dealing with this situation, but we also have police out and about at our transport hubs as we would ordinarily. We also have high visibility, and they are there to answer any question if need be, and to provide the safety and security that we can provide. Our number one priority at the moment is the safety of the people in Martin Place, and our clear priority always is the safety of everybody in New South Wales. Thank you.
How many people remain in the cafe, and how was it, or why was it that those three were able to leave?
I cannot confirm numbers about how many people might remain or how they left. It is really important, I think, for us all to take on board that as this situation is continuing and as it is unfolding, and as it is that we actually have people who are in this premises at the moment, that we manage it through patience, through our negotiators, and we so those operational details will be forthcoming, but it's not a good point or time to speculate.
You talk about negotiators. Does that mean that gunmen?
Police negotiate to have contact, and we will work through this as we do with our negotiators. It might take a bit of time, but we want to resolve this peacefully, and I assure you, if it takes a bit of time, we will take the time.
And who is the gunman, and what does he want? And you just appreciate that you can't go into specifics, but basics. Who is he and what does he want?
Yeah, at this stage, those motivations are not known, and it would not be good to speculate. But we have set up our protocols. So at the moment we have activated our investigators and our intelligence officers. So we now have numerous police who are working on establishing who this person is and what those motives might be.
So you can't tell us if those three were negotiated out or if they simply escaped?
No, all I can say with those is that they are now out of the building and they are now with police.
Yeah, does the police have a rough idea about how many hostages were in the, how many had initially before these three left?
Look, I know there has been some speculation about numbers, but it really is not really helpful at the moment to speculate. We clearly are dealing with a situation that is unfolding, and it's happening as we speak. And the most important thing is the safety of those hostages. So I wouldn't want to do anything that might impact on their safety.
But some of the speculation has been up to 30, 40 hostages, and which seems high and at odds with some of the other estimates.
Yeah, that sort of a number does not equate with what we would be assuming. We don't know. We don't know for not as high as 30.
The ones that have escaped, have police had contact with them?
We are with those people now. The first thing that we are doing is making sure that they are okay. We will then establish who they are, and then we will continue to work with them.
And were they ill? There was some suggestion coming from inside that some hostages had fallen ill, that they were not okay.
The information that I have is that nobody has been harmed or injured at the moment. We have been working through our negotiations to try to make sure that the people inside are cared for, that they have what they need to, so that they don't become ill or injured. So we will continue to do that.
Why was the open house shut down and evacuated?
I think that from the information that I have, that is not related to the incident that we are dealing with. As you know, we have certain protocols in the city, and particular infrastructure and building have their own protocols, and if that might have been a matter for them, but we are not saying that is connected with this.
Is Task Force Pioneer in operation?
Yeah, we have our protocols are in place. Pioneer has been activated.
So you are treating this as a terror?
Could you explain a bit more about what Task Force Pioneer is?
This really is about setting up command and control, so that we make sure that we have a clear police commander in charge, that we have an incident management team at the scene, and that we have people who are able to identify the resources that are needed, and that we're then able to get them in. So in terms of a policing response, this is a reasonably familiar policing response in terms of command and control.
Has anything else gone on outside of Martin Place, in any other places around Sydney, any other raids or arrests or any other links to what's gone on in Martin Place? There's been several reports of explosives being found around Sydney. If you could just clear that up.
Yeah, at the moment, the Martin Place incident is what we are dealing with. There have been other reports, as you would expect, because we do urge people to be vigilant, and we do urge people to contact us if they see anything suspicious, whether that be a suspicious package or a suspicious vehicle, and people are doing that, which is what we want. So we want people to continue that, and we will respond. But at the moment, the situation that we are dealing with is in Martin Place.
Can you confirm whether there are one or two hostage takers?
I can't confirm those numbers.
There are reports that IEDs may be involved, that this guy might have an explosive belt or something like that. Is there any truth or concern around that?
At the moment, I clearly don't want to speculate on what might be involved there. Again, it is live, it is happening now inside that building, so all this will be forthcoming once we get the information.
I believe the Queensland Police Commissioner made a comment in that regard. Can you confirm whether that is the case?
I can't confirm what the Police Commissioner has said.
No, whether that is the case. There is an
I can't speculate on what may or may not be, and that would be very unhelpful at the moment. At the moment, we know that the person we are dealing with is armed. We are aware of that, and what we would do in terms of these situations is make sure that we consider any possibility, and so that we are able to respond accordingly.
So what's he armed?
Can you confirm whether you're treating this as a terror incident?
We still don't know what the motivation might be, but in terms of our protocols, as I've said, we've set up our command and control protocols.
But if you've made contact with him, how do you know what...
And it's obviously we've had 3 hostages released now unarmed. How positive is that into the hours ahead?
Look, as I said, as long as nobody gets hurt, we want to resolve this peacefully. And that is what we are working towards. And our negotiators are extremely experienced and skilled at what we are doing with the negotiation. And if it goes on for a few more hours, it will go on for a few more hours. But as I say, the priority is the safety of those people, as well as the safety of everybody in New South Wales.
We're wrapping up there, folks. Thanks very much.
Thank you, everybody.